guys, welcome to my channel, Kate's Creative Space. I'm Kate, and in today's video, we are unboxing 4 art and music themed diamond paintings from 2 of my very favorite diamond painting artists. So let's get started. Okay guys, I thought that this was my 100th video on YouTube. Come to find out, it's my 101st, but that's okay. I still think that the theme of today's video is going to be very fun, and that theme is art and music. So if you are new to my channel, I have been unboxing some of my diamond paintings from my stash ever since I started my channel back in June. I've kind of just been going through and finding different diamond paintings to group together to unbox for you guys with certain themes. I've been doing this for about 6 months now, so I'm running out of themes to group them all into. So this one is all art style, but that does leave me with 3 from the same artist, which is my very favorite artist, which I thought would be okay for my 101st video. So long way of saying, today we're unboxing Love, Music, and Family by Mrs. Butterdy. It's 23.6 inches by 33.5 inches or 60 by 84.9 centimeters. This has 48 colors in it. 6 of those colors are fairy dust diamonds, and it's got a total drill count of 82,181 drills. I'm actually really surprised I have not unboxed these on my channel yet. I was looking through my notes trying to see which ones had been unboxed and which ones hadn't. And these ones were labeled they hadn't been unboxed, and I was like, well, that needs to change. So I'm going to go over kit content pretty quickly in this video, just because I feel like most people who have seen a lot of unboxings, it gets really redundant. But I will let you know that if you're new to Diamond Art Club and like a first time looker of all things Diamond Art Club, there are tons and tons of videos from like the sneak peekers who do the new release sneak peeks that you can look up on YouTube to get like all of the details about everything that goes into the kits and all of the features and stuff. Today I'll tell you like what's in the pamphlet here, and we'll look at the toolkit, but I'm not going to get super into the details just because I feel like it can get really redundant. So we'll look at the pamphlet real fast. This is just a thank you for your purchase guide. It has all the information about socials and everything. It gives you your sticker sheet, and then it gives you tips and tricks, step-by-step directions, a link to the VIP Facebook group, a couple coupon codes, and the kit contents. Inside there, you'll get your sticker. This is ours. It has the artwork here, and then a couple stickers that have start and end date on them. And then when you open it up, you'll get all 48 individually cut stickers that you can use to kit up your canvas with. You can put these on the bottles or wherever you choose to kit them up. And it comes with these labels pre-cut. So that's super, super convenient for kitting up. Here's a look at our color palette for this kit here. And our 6 fairy dust diamonds are down here at the end, fairy dust marked with the letter Z. So it looks like we're getting a mint green, a dark orange, a light orange, a yellow, a blue, and a light pink. That is super cute. Next, we'll take a look real fast at the toolkit. I'm only going to look in this one because the other 2 kits that we do from Diamond Art Club will have the exact same kit in it. You get a tray, a bag of baggies. I think my twist and pick pen is not in here. No, let me grab it from another kit. I might have fallen out, or they might have included it by accident, which is not a big deal because I don't really use the twist and pick pens, so I'll grab a different toolkit. You typically get a twist and pick pen like this one here, where it is filled with either a putty or a wax. They used to do a white putty, now they do a clear wax. This one's putty, and you use it to pick up your drills, and then you twist it this way to get more putty to come out of the tip of the pen rather than dipping it in a pad of putty or wax. And then they give you a 4-placer on the end of it. This is also refillable. It's a super nice feature from their new kits. Then you get a bag of baggies, and then the tray, which is my favorite. I use this tray every time I diamond paint. It is stackable, it has a lid and a tray stopper. Inside the tray, you'll get clear wax or putty if it's an older kit, the OG pink heart wax, which I still use every single time I diamond paint, and then a 7-placer for that twist and pick pen as well. So they give you everything you really need to get started with diamond paintings. A lot of people who are more into diamond painting or get more advanced with it upgrade the toolkits, but I have found it's pretty comprehensive, and it's got just about everything you need in it. So there's a quick glimpse of the toolkit and what comes with the diamond painting. Okay, we're gonna open it. And we'll pull out the drills, take a look at those. This is such a pretty color palette, but wow, that is a lot of that yellow. That yellow is, I'm assuming, the background, and I can't even begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think 9 bags of that, and then 4 bags of a slightly tannish yellow sitting right next to it. Definitely a lot of yellow. I'm looking forward to opening it and seeing how intimidating it looks in person. Trying to see if I can see any of those special drills. Here is one of the yellow fairy dust. Fairy dust just means it has like a light glitter coating on it. And then there's the orange fairy dust in there as well. Those are the only 2 fairy dusts that I can really see offhand. The rest are probably tucked into the kit somewhere. Okay, next we're going to flip it like this and fold it backwards. Completely safe to do this. That way it'll lie a little bit flatter so that we can see it in person. I recently ordered Christmas Fairy from Diamond Art Club. That is my last Mrs. Butterdy kit that I needed to finish my collection, with the exception of one kit, which is Olivia the Witch Student. So I have every Mrs. Butterdy made except for Olivia the Witch Student. All right, here it is. Here is a picture of the whole thing in frame. It is beautiful. And the yellow is not that bad because it's such a long kit. You're not getting huge chunks of it. I would say you have a lot here at the top, you know, like a whole square here, and then you kind of have half squares and a section here. But when you go down and look, I don't think it's too intimidating, that yellow. For some reason it doesn't bother me as much as it does on some of the round background ones that are just like massively background colored. I just don't think it's that bad. So this here probably would be the worst of it, and that's really not terrible. So definitely looks a lot less intimidating in person. Everything else about it though is just absolutely so cute. I think that this kind of 60s groovy vibe is so much fun. I love the color palette on this one, and I love the corgi. I'm working on a Miss Holly kit with a corgi in it right now, and I think he's just so cute. Okay, let's start at the top and kind of go our way down. Look at the curtains. I love that they have the flowers on them. I think the sky outside, it makes me happy that it's a lot of different colors out there in the sky and not just like one solid blue color. I love diamond painting clouds, so that's really cute. I like we got some little knickknacks on that bookshelf up there, which is fun. The guitar is super cute. Look at the little flowers on it. She's got some really cute makeup too, her face, and I love her hair. So this definitely is a higher color blocking kit, just because you have the background and there are really big chunks of color blocking throughout everything that we've looked at so far. Color blocking is just an area like this where you just have one solid color to diamond paint, rather than a more confetti section, which would be something similar to here where you're changing your color out in your tray a little more often. I feel like overall Mrs. Butterdy kits have more color blocking to them than some other kits, some other artists do, but I like her color blocking because it's always kind of changing. So with the exception of this background, you're doing like bits of pink here, but then when you go further down, then you're doing color blocking of the sky, and then when you go down, you'll do color blocking of the clouds, and at least the colors kind of change on you, with the exception on this one of that background color. I don't think that the color blocking is too intimidating though. You get lots of confetti in her hair. Like this section right here is definitely a high confetti section, and that will be so much fun to diamond paint. I definitely prefer confetti sections. Her face is going to be high confetti. I hate that her face is on the middle. It was right in the middle of this perforated section though, because I live for these perforated sections, and I usually save faces for last, and with this, I would have to save like this whole 4 sections for last, which when I diamond paint it, that'll probably be what I do. Save that whole 4 square for last. I like it when a face is perfectly in one section, but that's okay. That's just how it falls sometimes. These perforated sections are really handy to use for diamond painting because you can just tear along the edge, and that's how you diamond paint them. So it works out really well. There's the little corgi. I love his smile and his face and his eyebrows. He's super cute. And she's got a really pretty locket around her neck. The greens of this plant are really going to be fun to get into, I think, to change up the colors a little bit when you get to that part of the diamond painting. And I love this turquoisey blue on the bandana. I feel like that's like this color here. And I think that color is super pretty. And then the record playing down here. I think on the original art, something was written here. Yeah, it had something written on it. And I think that they took that out in rendering just because it probably would have had to make it a lot bigger for it to be like readable, legible is the word I was looking for. So they just went ahead and took that out. And I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me. I think the records are going to be really fun. And I like the record here and the little tennis ball. Yeah, so overall, this one is super cute. I love the corgi, I think, the most. And I just think the girl, I like her style. The style of her clothing, the style of her pants, and the records in general, I think it's really a cute one. I like the 60s vibe of this with the color palette especially. Super cute. Let's take one quick glimpse at it again. We'll go down. You're going to see the fairy dust kind of sprinkled throughout the whole piece, I would assume. The blue is the lining of the clouds. That will be a really pretty touch for the fairy dust. I'm glad that they did that. The other colors, you're going to see pink. That one's mostly in this picture frame here. I was trying to just see if there was anything like massive that stood out, and it really, I don't think I see anything like hugely with the fairy dust. I don't think you see anything else. I'm really glad that they did that blue for the sky, or for the cloud lining. I think that's going to be really pretty. And then you'll see some fairy dust here in the bandana. That's cute. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else that just jumps out at me. I don't actively, massively search for them. There's a little bit of pink here in this record here. Yeah, so I think you're going to find it sprinkled throughout. When you have 5 fairy dust colors like that, or it's actually 6 fairy dust. When you have 6 colors, you're definitely going to see it everywhere. I think that the fairy dust is not going to be that big just because I didn't see big bags of it in the thing. Like this color here is what you're going to see. You're going to see that on her shirt, and that's like probably the most heavy area. You also see it. You do see it a little bit in the sky right here. So, and here. And in the flowers. All right, that one's the one you're going to see the most. Center of the flowers, the sky, and then her shirt. So everything else you'll just see sprinkled throughout. All right, I'm going to get this one put away, and we'll move on to the next one. The next kit we're going to look at is Art Shop by Mrs. Butterdy. This one is 25.6 by 32.3 inches, or 65 by 81.9 centimeters. And it is 60 colors, 3 of them are AB, and 6 more fairy dust. Total drill count, 85,869. I think this one's super cute because this girl has been featured in Mrs. Butterdy's kits more than once. She likes to use recurring characters, and I love that she does that because this girl is in Catch Me, which is I'll put that picture up right here. It's another diamond painting by Miss Butterdy where she is getting a little Kirby out of a vending machine. And then she's also in Artist Room here. And I have done Artist Room before, and it's one of my favorite diamond paintings that I've worked on. And I love that this character is back in another kit. So this one here is a little bit bigger, I think, and it has the ABs in it. So let's look at the older envelope, but it doesn't really matter. It's all the same. I will say the other thing that comes in these kits is a treasure quest card. I actually don't think this one came with the treasure quest card because I got this right when the box upgraded, but before the treasure quest cards came out. So it had the new toolkit, but it was in the brief period where I don't think I got a treasure quest card for this one, which is actually really sad. I think I did get one for Love, Music, and Family. I just pull those out and keep them separate. And they're just these trading cards that you get that you can use to redeem for gift cards and other special things. So they're fun to collect for sure. I have a whole video about treasure quest cards. I'll have it linked down below if you're interested in hearing more about them. Here is the artwork. This one is so pretty. It's a little neutrally, so that's why I ranked all my Mrs. Butter D kits once upon a time, and I can have that video linked down below for you too. I ranked them all once, and this one was a little bit lower on the list, I think because of how neutrally it looks. So I'm excited to pull it out and see how intimidating it is in person. I feel like once you pull kits out and look at them in person, they become a lot less scary. Back then, ABs were listed anything under 150. So in our color palette here, our ABs are these first three, a light pink, an orange, and a purple. And then our fairy dust are over here at the end. Very similar color palette to what we were looking at in the last one. A mint green, a yellow, a light blue, a pink, a turquoise, and a white. So here's our color palette, but you get a better glimpse, like a better idea of the color palette when you see the entire canvas, like the drill pack, because this doesn't tell you how much of each of those colors you're really seeing. Open her up and take a look. Oh, I got it. It opened clean. I love when it opens clean and I don't rip the bag to shreds. Okay, here are our drills. This one, okay, it's not as neutral as I was thinking. It has a lot more pink to it than I was initially thinking. I guess that background is, in my mind it was so tan, but I guess the background is really pink. I've done another Mrs. Butter D by Witch Bedroom by Mrs. Butter D, and that one was super, super pink. So I don't even think that, this one has a lot of other colors breaking it up. There's the pink fairy dust and the blue fairy dust right there. I can see those pretty easily. And then the white fairy dust is here. I think you are getting 2 bags of that. Yeah, 2 bags of this white fairy dust here. There's a pink AB right there. And oh, that light minty green fairy dust. This one's going to be pretty. I'm excited to open it. I've always been a little scared of this one because I thought it was neutrally, but now that those neutrals are actually pinks, there's another fairy dust here. I'm a little more pumped to open it up and take a look. See, this is why you got to open up your kits. The problem with opening up your kits, though, I say to do it, and then I'm immediately going to tell you why you shouldn't, is because then you want to work on them all. And I'm not the kind of person who can have like 10 whips at a time. My brain doesn't work that way. So I got to pace myself and not be too excited to open everything at once. I've had this one for a bit though, so time might be coming. All right, let's take a look. Oh yeah, okay. The other thing I thought the size on this was going to be really intimidating too, because what did I say the size was? 65 by 80, almost 82 centimeters. Yeah, not nearly as bad as I thought. This one is super cute. Here's the whole thing in frame for you guys. And then we'll kind of go top to bottom and take a look at it. Okay, so not as much color blocking as even like the Love Music and Family. Now it still definitely leans towards color blocking just because you have these big chunks of color in the walls and in the ceilings and the signs. They lean more color blocking, but in this scenario, once again, the colors constantly change in the color blocking, so it doesn't bother me as much. So we'll start up here. I think the paints in the painting will be really fun to diamond paint. This I'll have to try. I would probably save towards last because I just think it's so cute, all the different colored paints. I think the Meow art supplies, that sign's adorable, adorable. And then once again, the windows are not terrible. And see, diamond painting windows are probably my most intimidating thing to diamond paint. You just see this big hunkin' chunk of white usually, and it's like, oh, I don't want to diamond paint that. Color blocking, colors like white and cream tend to get really gappy, which is why I really don't like doing it. But these windows aren't scary at all. And then we have the plant. I love diamond painting plants too. I love the plants. And then her hair is so cute. I love all the confetti in that hair. It looks so fun. I love her bag. And I just love it. Look at these papers and all these art brushes. See, we got more confetti or more big color blocking chunks here, but it's changing. So it's a different color from this. It's a different color from this. You're going down the line, the colors change. And see, that's why it doesn't bother me. Whereas all that yellow on Love Music and Family might start to bother me after a while. style for sure. I think her shorts are super cute, and I love all the little pencils and markers you have to choose from. Down here, this art case is so cute, and the flags are going to be fun. And then this big guy right here. He's so adorable. I do kind of wish that the kitty's face was just a shade darker than the background of the cabinet behind him. I feel like them being the same shade means he's really going to blend in. If you look at the diamond painting sticker, it looks like his face is a different shade, whereas they rendered it the same shade. But I don't think it's going to be that big a deal because he does still have his outlining and all of the other colors around him from his ears and stuff. So I don't think it's that big a deal, but I do wish this was just like one shade lighter than the color behind it, just to kind of have him pop out a little bit more. Not too big a deal though, and that's something that could super easily be changed if it bothered you too much. So from what I'm definitely seeing here, the bottom and the top of the kit are where you're going to get most of your color blocking. Overall, it's more of a color blocking heavy kit for sure. But you see the color blocking in the floor. You see it in the sides of the cabinets and stuff here. You see it here. I mean, and you get a big chunk of it at the bottom. Then you get a big chunk of it at the top. But the middle is where you're going to get your more high confetti areas. Like her, all the paints and the paintbrushes, the markers, her bag, and then her hair up here for sure. And this plant. So this one will be a tough one to pick what would go last. It would be the kind of thing I definitely work bottom to top because the bottom with the flooring is going to have a lot less in it. But they do break it up, like, because you get this cute plant here, and then you get the cat, and her socks are so fun too. So they definitely still have fun things in this kit for you to do everywhere you look. It's very itemy, just a little leaning towards color blocking. Super cute overall. I love the artwork, and I'm a little less scared of it now that I know that it's not the neutral color. It's more of a pink color. And I did, like I said, I did Witch Bedroom, and I didn't mind the pink too much in that. So all right, let me get this one put away and we will go to the next kit. Third up, we have Artsy Girl. Yes, lots of art and music in this theme. I love them. I love that Mrs. Butterdy tends to draw artists, and I think that they're really fun. So all of these have three things in common. All artists or music, music lovers. And then a lot of color blocking in these kits and a background color type deal. So this one here is Artsy Girl. And I think we've seen this girl featured in a couple other kits as well. I'm not remembering them off the top of my head. If I remember to put a picture in with this girl, I will. But I'm not 100% sure. I get confused between what I've voted for with voting and what's been released, but I think we've seen this girl a couple other places as well. This one's 25.6 by 35.4 inches or 65 by 89.9 centimeters, 62 colors, 2 ABs, and 6 fairy dust. 94,221 colors total. Let's pull it out and take a look at it. I'm super excited to see this one. I wish I was an artist. I am the worst artist. I have no artistic skills. I'm terrible at drawing, and I'm terrible at, I'm decent at coloring. I can color pretty good, but I'm terrible at drawing. So I wish I had the artsy vibe to me. I just don't have it. So I have to live vicariously through these kids and different things like that in order to achieve the artsy vibe, I feel like. If I was good at drawing, I would lean into being an artist so hard though. All right, let's look at the color story here. I'm so sorry if you can hear my children. They're being a little noisy today, but that's kind of normal around here, unfortunately. All right, and let's look at the color story. This one's new enough that the ABs are labeled over here. So our ABs are a pinkish red and an orange. And then look, is the theme also six? Yeah, the theme is also 6 fairy dust per kit, which is crazy. I don't normally see that many fairy dust in a kit, and I've seen it 3 times now. So we got our turquoise, our orange, that's a yellow. It's not orange, it's yellow. And then purple, a mint green, a pink, and a white on top of our orange and pinkish, reddish AB. So we're doing really good with the specials. We'll see if we can see them in here at all. Another good clean tear. That's always nice. Okay, let's look and see what our color palette is. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Look at how pretty. That mint color. I love this mint, and I love that they made it a fairy dust. Oh, and then this one here too. They're two different shades though. This one's a little darker. That's more the turquoisey, and this is more of the mint one. Here is the orange AB right there, and then the white fairy dust is over here. So AB has a more coarser coating of glitter on top of it, whereas fairy dust is just a fine glitter sprinkling, a little more subtle, but I think ABs are beautiful, or I think fairy dust are beautiful. And then look at this dark purple fairy dust. I'm obsessed with that color. It is such a royal purple color. It's so beautiful, and that to me says Starry Night perfectly. I cannot wait to see where that is in the kit. So those are the special drills I see. I don't know if I mentioned this pink AB right here. Those are the special drills I see. This one's going to be a really fun one. 6 fairy dust colors is a lot. And that with 2 ABs, you're going to be seeing specials all over the place in these kits. I think that's so much fun. Nothing breaks up color blocking more than color blocking with like a fairy dust. I'm fine with that. If you're going to give me enough fairy dust and AB to keep me entertained, I can color block. I can handle it. All right, let's take a look at it. Here we go. All 3 of them are square too, so we are finding a lot of similarities with these 3 Mrs. Butterdy kits. Here it is, all in frame for you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love this kit so much. It is so cute. All right, we will start at the bottom on this one and work our way up. You do get that color blocking chunk of background, but it's same as the Love, Music, and Family, where I feel like if you just worked on it all around, it's not going to bother you too bad because you've got enough things to keep you interested while you go. You've got the tape with this beautiful sunflower. I love how it's like washi taped on, so it almost looks like this is like a journal spread, like a junk journal of like, oh, I ripped out all these collage things and I taped them all around. I think that's such a cool, I think that's so cool. I don't know, it's just cool because it's like they tape the flower onto the page. And then here's her palette with her paint colors. Like she's adding this blue highlight into the flower right now. Her jeans are beautiful. I feel like she doodled this flower on her jeans. Like in my mind, she like doodled this flower onto her jeans and then came home and had to get it on paper. Like she was at school or something and had this idea of this beautiful flower. So she like doodled it on her pants and then came home and had to get it down on canvas. I just think that's so cool. I know some people were like weird about the foot being out. I don't think, it doesn't bother me at all. Her foot being in the diamond painting, it really doesn't bother me. And then her hair, look how long her hair is. It goes down all the way past her butt. And I love this strip of rainbow hair. I think that is such an artsy thing to do, is have like cool colored hair. I'm not cool enough to be an artist. I'm really not. And then I love like the paint on her hand, and I think that is so pretty, her getting this art piece done. Here's all the art tools. This is more of like the collage effect that I feel like, where it's like, this is the art tools that she has. There's some cute like succulents. I feel like those are succulents, right? And then even the background has these swirls of color that kind of break it up, which is kind of nice. The highlighting effect of her hair and the size of the succulents, and then these little like dots and this right here. And I don't know what those are called, but you know, just like the cute little things you put on the sides of pictures when you're collaging and journaling and stuff. Super cute. They even have like this background is a different color right here. So it's like they set, you know, when you're scrapbooking, you like set things on different pieces of paper to get that layered effect. More doodles over here. And then her cute shoes. I feel like she's definitely matching so well with her picture frame on her easel here. I love the Starry Night vibe on those shoes. These flowers here, and then another piece of art she probably did that's got that washi tape vibe to it. I think that this thing is so fun. I love this piece so much. Definitely love it a little bit more seeing this one in person. It's funny how that can do that to you. Her headband, look at her headband. Oh, this one just has so much going on in it, and I know they all kind of do, but I don't know. This one definitely is my favorite of the 3. Let me know down in the comments below which one of the 3 is your favorite. And then her shirt has a lot of confetti in it, I think. Oh yeah, it's supposed to look glittery. Look at it, the box. I think it has like a kind of a glitter effect to it. I think that's what all that confetti right there is going to do. I don't want to look for all the special drills, but I want to see where this one goes. because it's just so pretty. I bet you it's in her painting a lot. Okay, it's perfect because they use it to do the highlight around the flower. It's like the outline around it. They do it here on the leaf. So it's like the perfect outline color. And I think that's so cute. I love her rainbow hair so much. I think this is so fun. Look at this pattern down here too. I feel like this is a spread in a junk journal, and I think it's so cool. So much fun. This one's really cute. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of this one, get it all rolled up for you guys, and then we have one more to look at. Okay, our last kit for the day is an Oraloa kit. This is by my other favorite artist, Maria Chekareva. Or Chekareva. I'm not sure exactly how you say her last name, but this is called Fairies Studio. I think it's absolutely gorgeous artwork. And then we got the art theme again, and she's a fairy this time. This one, my daughter desperately wanted me to get, and I got it in rounds because she really wanted me to get it in rounds. And I kind of regret that after learning about Oraloa's guide circles, but I'm not gonna let it deter me from getting it done. The thumbnail on the top here tells us our sizes: 67.2 by 88 centimeters or 26.46 by 34.65 inches. Like I said, this is a round drill kit. Okay. Did I not get a toolkit? The box was still sealed, so I know I didn't come in and take anything out. I wonder if it's still tucked in. Oh yeah. No, here we go. Got it. Okay, we will take a minute to kind of look at the toolkit on this one just because it's a different company. So this is an Oraloa kit, and it comes with a washi tape. Their branded washi tape's really cute. You also get a thing of tweezers. I love it because their tweezers are sometimes different colors. So I have like a pink pair, a purple pair, and I think I have a blue one now too. And let's see if I can get it out. There we go. You get a bunch of little extra goodies in their kits, which I think are fun. You get like this little metal, or not metal, it's plastic, a little plastic plate. I'm not exactly sure what you can do with it, but you get a different design in every one. Then you get this little cardboard thank you. You get some cute little stickers. So lots of fun extra goodies in this toolkit, which I always appreciate. And then you get your standard kind of regular tray, pen, a squishy, and then they have like a blue wax. Also works really well. All right, stick all this back, and we'll see if I can find the sticker sheet. I don't love that I get why they tuck everything inside the kit to keep it protected, but it makes it harder for me to do my grand reveal, and I have a certain order that I go in. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I see it in there. I'm not gonna be able to get it out without opening the kit, which I don't want to do. All right, let's look at the color palette here. Look at, ooh, that's different. What is that? I don't know what drills those are, but those are cool. I'll pop it up on the screen what they're called. I got to look on the website, or I'll see if the sticker sheet tells us in just a minute, but we get green ones and purple ones. Those are cool. All right, now I got to find my sticker sheet. All right, hang on. Spoiled my reveal to get the stickers out, but I really want to see. They have like a instruction, tips and tricks pamphlet. And then here are our stickers. I want to see what those are. So their special drills are labeled with ND. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And those are the equivalent of fairy dust. They have that glitter. So you get 7 of those special drills and then 2 that just say JS. And that must be like a metallic or something based on what the picture or what the color is. Looking at them, they look metallic-y. If I can remember or find it on the website, I'll tell you what it is. But I also sometimes have a really hard time figuring out on Oraloa's website what it is, because I don't know what ND stands for. Like, I don't know what they call it. They just say special drill. So I'm not sure. I'll investigate. I am going to open up the drills just to pull out the specials because they group them all together, which is so convenient for me. Okay, so there's that one green JS, and then you get like a pink one. So the metal part is the upside down part. So they like they divot weird. They're like hollow inside. I've never seen anything like that. It's almost like a bottle cap effect underneath them. Those will be really interesting to place. Okay, let's look at the special drills. Pink, green, light pink, another green, a mauve-y type color, and a white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's only 6. Oh, and another pink. Okay, so those were the special drills. I'm really excited. I'm definitely going to look and see where at least those 2 metallic-y type ones go. All right, we're going to bend it back and take a look. The one thing about Oroloa that I don't always love is that they chart the round and the square drills differently. So I feel like if you got this in squares, you wouldn't get the same amount of special drills or the same types of special drills or even the same colors, which kind of annoys me. I want them to be the exact same but different drill shapes, if you know what I mean. All right. Rolling this one backwards, it definitely feels very thin compared to the Diamond Art Club one, but we're going to flip it and take a look here. It's really big, a lot bigger than I thought, but wow, is it pretty. Here's the whole thing in frame. Super pretty. Okay, and there's a lot going on in this one. There's not nearly as much color blocking. Even with walls and floors and all that, you're not getting a ton of color blocking in this kit because there's just so much. There's all these plants here, and then her dress comes down. The rug is on top of the wood, so even like the wood floor, and it has a lot of confetti in the floor too. There's just different tones to it. You got her palette and her paints here on top of like this dresser. I feel like this is a different palette than what she's working on because these colors don't match and it's so far away. Plus there's another paint palette up there. More plants, which I think are really pretty. The one thing about Oroloa's paintings, when I look at them, they don't look as vibrant, but when you put the drills down on it, it comes to life more in a way because you're adding color to it. This almost looks washed out or faded when you see it, which I've noticed in all of my Oroloa kits. But once again, then you work on it and you add drills to it and it comes to life in a way that other diamond paintings don't because you're adding vibrancy to it, if that makes sense. So looking at it now, I'm like, oh, it's so faded. It's so washed out. It doesn't excite me as much with how washed out it looks. But at the same time, like I said, you get a little more excited when you work on it, if that makes sense. Her dress is so pretty, and look at her wings. They're so gorgeous. I hope there's specials in there. And then, yeah, there's her other paint palette. I feel like that's the one she's using to work on here. You do have, you know, chunks of color blocking here on the walls, but not a ton. I feel like almost, I don't know how much Oroloa hand charts versus computer charts. I know they have to at least hand chart to some degree. Maybe they do like computer rendering and then touch it up with hand charting. But the amount of confetti that I'm seeing in the floor on this one and on the walls where it could have been color blocking almost looks like it was computer charted. But don't take my word for it because I have no factual information other than just my vibes. Like there's just a random patch of color here and here, and inside this patch of color is just random other symbols. So I just almost feel like it's confetti-y because it's been computer charted. But anyways, there's some more. This is so pretty. Her artwork, her butterfly that she's doing, and I love the 2 butterflies circling her head that are kind of probably inspiring the artwork. More paint up here, which is really cute, and then just so much going on the walls. All these pretty flower paintings and the bookshelf with the little books on it. Another window in this scenario. It's not color blocking either. It's a lot of confetti in that window, which doesn't terrify me or anything. And then this plant hanging from here is really cute too. I love this piece. I think the colors are pretty on it. I think the details of the pictures on the wall are so gorgeous, and I think this one's really, really beautiful. It does have guide circles, but when you get up here, the guide circles aren't too bad. They're not bad at all. Actually, yeah, the guide circles that really bother me are the ones in the green. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. These green symbols of the canvas have a white background where the symbol sits, and if you don't place perfectly on that white background, you're gonna see white in your sea of green there. And so the color blocking doesn't bother me a ton, or the guide circles don't bother me a ton on this kit because there's not a ton of dark colors. Like the dark blue here and the dark green is where you see it the most. In your light pinks and your whites and your creams, obviously it doesn't matter because it's such a close color. You see it a lot more in the dark greens and stuff. So I did another piece from Orloa called Visit Hawaii, and that one was obviously a lot of dark greens and such. The guide circles were a little rough to get through. I don't think it's going to be that bad on this kit because most of it up here, it doesn't bother me. It blends enough that it's not too big a deal. All right, let's look and see where at least those two metallic-y drills are. This might take me a minute, so I'm actually going to pause the camera to figure it out, and then I'll come back and tell you. Okay, guys, I found the check mark in just the tiniest spots right here and right here. It's probably like 10 drills total. I cannot find that pink symbol anywhere. It's a star with a circle around it, and I have searched and searched very thoroughly. I feel like you wouldn't see much of it because it's just such a small bag of that special drill. I've searched, I gave up after about 5 minutes. I cannot find it. I can't find it anywhere on the kit. And I'm a little bit going crazy because I know it's got to be here somewhere. They wouldn't give it to you if they didn't chart it. But I can't find it anywhere. So I'm a little bit bummed about that. I really wanted to see where that was, but based on how little the green is, it's literally that check mark symbol on the side of the butterfly there. Based on how few of those there are, I could be just missing the tiniest scattering of the pink one. So at least we found the green one, and it'll have to be a surprise for me when I work on this kit here. So let me get this one put away and we'll do our final wrap up. All right, guys, there you have it. 4 art and music themed kits from my stash from my 2 favorite artists. So I think that was a really fun unboxing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see more diamond painting videos and you're not already subscribed, definitely feel free to subscribe to the channel. I make a lot of videos over here and have a lot of fun doing it. So I'd love to have you join the crazy crew of diamond painting enthusiasts that are over here on this corner of the internet. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments below which one of these kits was your favorite that I unboxed today. If I had to put them in order, I would probably put Artsy Girl first, then Love Music and Family, then Fairy Studio, and then Art Shop. So let me know what you would rank them down below, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!